Hey guys, what's up? Today I'll show you what books I got during February and March. I first wanted to do a March book haul, but I found out I didn't really got a lot of books during March. And since I've forgotten to do a February book haul, I decided to put them both in one video. If you hear any strange noises on the background of this video, my street is being renovated and my rabbit is out of his cage. He's walking around in my room, so if you hear any weird noises, there aren't any burglars in my house, it's just my rabbit or the people who are working on my street. I will show you my books. Some of them are Dutch, some of them are English. I will start with my English books, then I will continue to the Dutch books that I have that are translated from English, so all of my English viewers will understand the books. And I will finish with the books that are only released in Dutch. There was a lot going on in Bookland in the Netherlands, so I have a lot of Dutch books that were given to me by the publishers, and I will show you all of the books. Some of them I bought, some of them are given to me, but that doesn't matter, they're books, I can read them, it's all fine, it's all good. Okay, so the first book is called Juvie, and this was a book recommendation. A friend of mine from one of my favorite bookstores told me to read this book. I don't think she read it herself, I'm not sure, but it's very cool. I hadn't actually heard of the book before I saw it in the bookstore, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get the book. It's new, it's cool, it's fancy. It's written by Steve Watkins, and this book is about two sisters, and one of them is supposed to go to jail, but the other one takes the blame and she goes to jail. So that sounds pretty badass for a young adult book, and I'm really looking forward to reading this book. You guys might know that I go to a book club monthly, and I wanted to show you the books that we read over February and over March. So the first book is called Only Ever Yours, and as you can see, I haven't finished it. I didn't finish reading the book before the book club because I had midterms, and during the book club I found out that people didn't like the ending, and the last 4 or 5 weeks I've been too afraid to actually finish the book. The book is written by Louise O'Neill, and it's this utopian society in which girls are supposed to be perfect for the boys, and it's weird, and you know, the author really critiques the society we live in, which is actually good, but this book terrified me. Really, you can't grasp what's happening in this book actually. It's so weird, and it's just unbelievable what girls are put through or what they put themselves through. So if you need a scary book, which is not scary but the thought of it scares you, you should definitely read Only Ever Yours. The other book we read throughout March, and we discussed it last Friday, is lighter, yes. The theme of this book club was short stories, so we read Geektastic, and I love this book so much. There are about 20 short stories written by famous authors like Holly Black, Cassandra Clare, and John Green, and they all have written a short story and they bundle it together in this book. I got a secondhand copy, and I found out somebody sold me an ARC, which is strange because ARCs shouldn't be sold online. Bad. It's very bad. You shouldn't sell ARCs online, okay? I love this book. It's good. So these were the only 3 real English books I got throughout February and March, but there are a couple of books that were translated from English to Dutch. So the first book is Hollow City, or in Dutch, Omhulde Stad, by Ransom Riggs, which is the second book in the Miss Peregrine Peculiar Children thingy series. And I got this one from the owner of deleesfabriek.nl, which is a Dutch website with reviews of books, and they have a reading club. They come together, they discuss books with cookies, and it's a nice community to be in. And I got this second book from them because I got the third book in the series from the publishers. And this book is called Library of Souls, and in Dutch, Bibliotheek der Zielen. I think this book is very thick, you know? This will take me some time. Next up is a book that I got from the publishers for a baking challenge, and my followers might know which book I'm talking about. Simon versus the Homo Sapiens agenda, and in Dutch, Simon versus de verwachtingen van de rest van de wereld. And it's written by Becky Albertalli, and I am so loving this book. It's so cool, and I love it because it's just different, it's crazy, it has this direct voice, and it is about a boy who is struggling with his sexuality, and I think everybody should read this. It's not a literary thingy, it's not a very good written book, but it's just very lovable, easy to understand, and it gives you a look inside of somebody's head who's struggling with whether or not to come out because he loves boys instead of girls, which is okay, I think. They refer a lot to Oreo cookies, and I love Oreo cookies. If you are Dutch and you would like to know how to bake Oreo cheesecake cupcakes, you should just click on the link down below and I will show you how to make them. Next up is a book that I am very ashamed of. I haven't read it yet. I got it from Best of YA publishers, and this book is called Court of Thorns and Roses, written by Sarah J. Maas, and in Dutch it's called Hof van Doorns en Rozen. And I heard a lot of good things about this book, and the cover is very cool, it's high fantasy, and it's badass, that's all I know. But people have been, you know, telling me to read this book, but I still haven't, and I will, and I'm looking forward to the second book in this series that will be released in about a month or so. I can't wait to read this, so this is on my TBR too, really. The next 3 books I got from HarperCollins Holland. The first book that I got from them is called White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout. In Dutch it's called Wit Heet, and it was released in February, and the second book will be released in May, I guess. And I know that one of my favorite booktubers, Sasha Alberg, a Booktopia, is a big fan of Armentrout. You know, she got me excited for this book, and hopefully I will enjoy it. And in the category of books I should have read already is 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray, and this is the Dutch translation, 1000 stukjes van jou. And the cover is just mind-blowing. It is so pretty, and I am so happy the publishers in the Netherlands decided to just keep the original cover because it is so good. I've heard mixed reviews about this book. Some of the reviews were very positive about this book, and some of them were very negative. And some of the reviews I've read told me that it is very hard to get into the book, but once you're into it, you will love it. The last book that I got over February and March is actually a book I got on the 1st of April, just like these last 2 books, but who cares. This book is a German book originally, and it is translated to Dutch. And give me a second, I will just find out whether it is translated to English too. Yeah, I have no clue. I have no clue whether it is translated to English or not, but I will finish this video with this book because look at it! It's so cute! It's got a bee. No, it's not a bee. I don't know what a homo is in English. It's a bumblebee! Thank you, Google Translate. It's a bumblebee and you can actually feel it. It is soft. It's so cute. I don't know what this book is about, but the title says "Een heart full homos," which is a heart full of bumblebees. I'm really looking forward to this book, and if you've read this book, please let me know because I haven't read any reviews of this book. So let me know in the comments. I think these were all of the books I got over February and March. I actually only bought 1 book this month. 1 book on free will. I bought 2 other books, but these were for the book club, so these are in another category of my wanting to buy books. And the other books I all got for free, so yay me! If you like this video, please give me some thumbs up. Well, if you've read any of these books on my book haul of February and March, please let me know in the comments down below. You can just type, "I've read this book, I loved it!" And if you didn't like it, just tell me I didn't like it. Also, you should check out my t-shirt. It says, "I'm too busy, read my blog." Those were my boobs on screen. If you like my book haul, please give me a thumbs up. And I will see you later, guys. Bye!